Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I really hope I'm in focus because I don't want to go through this whole thing just to have to redo it because that's one of the most painful things to do. Basically today I'm just going to be doing like a vinyl collection, all the vinyls that I have. I don't buy a lot anymore just because I kind of realized that in a way it's a waste of money. I don't really like to have to say that, but at the same time, like, I could probably be spending my money on things that could actually last me a little, well, it will last me, but things that are more useful, I guess you could say, because having a physical copy is not all that a huge deal to me, but I still really enjoy it, and I think music sounds really good on vinyl, and I do love to play them, so I don't really have anything against them, but that I don't have a huge collection, so let's just get right into it. Starting off very random, I have The Sound of Music, and me and my friend, whenever she comes over, we listen to this and just like dance around. It's a really good vinyl, it sounds really cool, it's just kind of like crackly and kind of old. It has some great songs on it as well. Next up is Modern Baseball's You're Gonna Miss It Out Now. You're Gonna Miss It All album, great album. I'm not sure if I like it more than their album Sports. And I'm gonna go through every album and say my favorite song from it as well. I forgot to do that on the last one, but it doesn't really matter because it's not like an actual like favorite album. And I'm gonna probably have to say Broken Cash Machine. Great song, great album if you wanna listen to it. Next up, I got the Front Bottoms, The Talent of the Hawk. Maybe I should pull these out and actually show them. I'm gonna have clips of them anyways, of my song that I like. Great album art. There's a lot of variations to this, like different weapons, different knives. There's like a pocket knife and just other ones. My favorite song is probably, this is a hard one because they have really great songs, but I'm gonna have to go with Peach just because it's like a really sweet song. Next up is Vessel by 21 Pilots. Great album. I've talked about this once or twice before in videos because I've kind of gone through a little bit, like I think for gift ideas and for my birthday haul I talked about it. Just amazing album. If you are kind of new to 21 Pilots and only had heard Blurry Face, you should definitely check out their other two albums. You should just really go check out their other stuff. They are an amazing band. I love them all my heart. Next I have Frank Sinatra's Strangers in the Night. This is also, I hadn't really even heard Frank Sinatra before this because I'm uncultured. This is a great album. My favorite song is probably, I really like the song Summer Wind. You should definitely check this out. Just a great album. He has a great voice, of course. He's a legend. I feel like I'm gonna keep hitting this and just like making it go all over the place, but whatever. Next is Vampire Weekend's self-titled. I really like Vampire Weekend, but I don't really listen to any of their other stuff besides their self-titled. But I love this album. It's probably on my top 10, I would have to say. Favorite song, that's also a really hard one. I would have to say I Stand Corrected. You should definitely check out this album. I feel like I'm just gonna say that with every single one, so it doesn't even really matter. Next is Joyce Manor's Never Hungover Again. I've talked about this as well. I think I've talked about a lot of these actually. Great album. It's not my favorite of them. My favorite one is definitely their self-titled. That's also one of my top 10. It'd probably even make my top 5. Really great album, but I do really like this. I got this at their show with my friend, I believe. I'm pretty sure I got this at their show. I'm not entirely sure, but definitely favorite song is going to be Catalina Fight Song. Me and my friends even have a joke about it. It's just a great song. Next is Lana Del Rey's Paradise. I don't listen to Lana Del Rey as much as I used to anymore, but I'd probably have to say my favorite song from it is... I'd probably have to say my favorite song from this album is Yayo. Yayo, I guess how you say it. And I just noticed that there's like this all these animals in the background. I had never seen that before. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Next up is Lorde Pure Heroin. This is the first album I ever got. I got it for my birthday with my record player. I used to be like obsessed with this album. Like I think I ended up actually downloading it before it came out. And I was just like in love with it. So when I realized that it took a while to get there because it hadn't came out already, I was like really surprised. I thought it had been out or whatever. Still a great album, I just don't listen to it that much anymore. My favorite one from Lorde is probably White Teeth Teens. Next is Tiger's Jaw Charmer, a great album as well. The vinyl is probably it's either my favorite or my second favorite. It's so cute, you'll see why. I'm gonna have to say that my favorite song is My favorite song is probably Nervous Kids. I don't know if I like this album more than their other album, but it's still really great. I know I got this at their show. My friend bought it for me after I got kicked out. That's kind of it was a dumb story. But she ended up buying it for me. I paid her back. It's such a great album, literally so great. Definitely recommend. Next is another Front Bottoms, and this is the Rose EP. I only bought this because I was using one of those prepaid gift card, debit card things that you can use online, and I didn't have that much money on it, and I wanted to buy a vinyl, but all the other vinyls were pretty expensive, and this only has like 6 songs, and so I was just like, I might as well get it because I like them. It's on my favorite EP, but I still really like it. Favorite song is definitely probably Jim Bogart off this album, or this EP, because they do have some other songs that they re-sang, like old songs that they redid. The song Jim Bogart, I don't even know if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's really awesome. The EP is pretty good, but if you want to listen to them, you should definitely listen to something else. Next up is Billy Joel, The Stranger. This is the first album I ever heard from him. Definitely recommend this. If you want to listen to some older stuff. My favorite song is probably Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, just because it's so diverse and it has so many, like, it's kind of a complex song because it goes from like one scene to another, and so you just get a lot of variation between the styles. Great song, great album. I think this is the first album that I bought myself. It is La Dispute. I think it's called, I honestly can't even remember. It's somewhere between something and something, if that helps. I can't even remember the album name, to be honest. It's like Somewhere in the River Between Something and Something. I'll put it on the screen. I don't listen to them that much anymore, but it's still a really great album. It's kind of like, they kind of have like a slam poetry vibe, kind of some songs, and then they're a little more like hardcore, not really. They're just like more hardcore than most people listen to. My favorite song is probably Fall Down, Never Get Back Up Again. Like I said, it kind of just has that slam poetry kind of vibe, feel, just kind of sounds like that. And lastly, I got Mr. John Denver, his greatest hits. I'm not huge into this style of music, but I do really like this. My mom bought it at Goodwill and said I should listen to it, and I did. Favorite song is probably Follow Me. Also, there's a dog on the cover, and it's adorable. Now these are the albums I'm less familiar with. I have quite a few more that I'm not really gonna show. I may show like little clips of them at the end just so you can see. But I'm just gonna go through ones that I'm more familiar with. Cher, Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. I haven't really listened to this all that much, but I plan on it. Then I got a Bruce Springsteen album, Born in the USA, classic album, classic song at least. Don't listen to that as well. I don't listen to that as much as well. U2, The Unforgettable Fire. My mom bought this because her and my dad used to love them, or at least they still do, and so they got that. Got a classic, The Rescuers. I love this movie. It's so good. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. I don't think I've listened to this either. It says Story and Songs from the Original Motion Track. Story and songs from the original motion picture soundtrack. So I should definitely listen to this. I don't know why I haven't yet. Then I got a Beethoven, the 9 Symphonies Volume 3. Has Symphony number 4 in B flat major, and it has Symphony number 5 in C minor. I am not a huge classical musical person, just because for some reason it kind of like makes me feel anxious. I don't really know why. A lot of people soothe them. But a lot of it that I've listened to just kind of like gets me feeling like kind of anxious and on edge, I guess. But it's still really good. It's like one of his like most famous, and so I wanted to pick it up as well at Goodwill. That's pretty much all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you did enjoy it. Check out my social media links, check out my other videos, all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!